All right, what's up? Tim Sykes here with Strati, the man of the hour. Congratulations.
What's going on?
$1 million. Every single one of you should congratulate him in the comments below because not only is it seven figures, but it's been a grind, especially the last few months. If you're in the inner circle, you know Strati is lead trainer. Amazing work. Shout out to Terry, first six-figure inner circle student. We're going to have more. But the last few months have been especially difficult for you. Can you just explain, not just the whole journey, because we filmed with him throughout this whole process. We'll include some clips from him earlier and younger. But what has happened over the past, 3 months really? 4 months?
A lot. Like, life is changing. We went to Italy, we went to Barcelona, we went to Vegas, we were in Mexico in May. And this is just all new for me. So it's not like problems. Like, I don't want to come in here and be like, oh, my life stinks. Like, that was some amazing stuff. But my trading definitely took a hit. And I was so used to trading in my house. Like, I don't travel a lot. And I was...
Pause. Because you used this excuse when you were traveling. But you also came back here to Boston and you were trading like crap for 3 weeks?
3 weeks. But it wasn't, I was still even like green. It just wasn't like, I don't know, if you've ever been a trader, like it's hard to get in the flow once you lose your flow. So I think I lost my flows.
You lost your mojo.
My mojo in like July and August. And then that was right when I was getting close to the milestone. So it was like a double whammy, like feeling a lot of heat and then not trading well. And it was a big collapse.
Did it help when Jack and I were hard on you? Or did that hurt? Because we have a few group messages where literally the whole group is not just Jack too. It's also Omer and JC, some other millionaires in the challenge. And they're all giving him crap. And you left that chat. And then I re-added you. And then you left it again. And then I re-added you again.
I'd say both. Because it did hurt. But then I was always bothered by it week after week. But then like I think it was last weekend, I was by myself. And I'm like, they're doing this because they do believe in it. So between the inner circle students, like I would give them my watch list and things would work. And they'd be like, you had to have nailed this. And I'd miss it and I'd screw it up and they'd be doing well. So everybody was pushing me and doing a lot of pressure, but they felt like I deserved that pressure for underperforming. So it was kind of a compliment, but at first it did hurt a little bit.
But then you got your mojo back all in one day, frankly. You were just chipping away at it. And then tell everyone what happened that one day where everything came together.
So it was Friday morning. Last Friday I woke up and I said, listen, we got to end the week on a high. Just don't screw this up. Have a small green day. Do whatever you need to do. Size down. And I think I just put together like a nice $3,000 green day. For some, that's huge. For others, that's small. For me, that's like a very standard, like nice day nowadays. I went into the weekend feeling great. I kept studying. I rehearsed what I usually do. Monday was a $7,000 day. So now it's like, okay, you're close again.
You got the momentum back.
You're getting momentum. Last time you had momentum, you screwed it up big time. Just don't screw it. The game was not to screw it up. So then Tuesday morning, I wake up, I had like another $1,000 day, just very comfortable. And then a layup trade, the layup of a lifetime, the greatest ticker in history, Fannie Mae, was swizzling like an OTC stock from 5 years ago, like I had never seen one before. And I just knew what to do. I used some good size, and Fannie Mae went from 1150 to 1230. But I was just ready. I was fresh. The mojo was back.
And I'll say, judging from how you did when you didn't have the mojo, when you didn't cross $1 million. One day in Positano, Italy, he stayed back. We all were on a boat, and he was like, I'm going to trade. And he tried to go big that day. Instead of taking, how much did you lose that day?
Not even a lot, a couple thousand. It wasn't anything crazy.
But how much could you have made if you just took singles and you decided to try to chip it away instead of nailing it all on that one
5K,
day?
10K, 15K, easily.
So you wanted like the 50K day.
You guys are all on the boat.
You wanted us to be like, screw you guys, I'm going to do this. I'm good.
Guys, they didn't fit me on the boat. And I took that personal. I said, I need to have like a 40K win here.
But you didn't. So going back, and this is the thing, like you weren't mentally ready to cross $1 million. We all cross milestones when we're ready. If you ever fail to cross a milestone, whether it's $1 million, whether it's 100,000, whether it's 10,000, you're just not ready yet. And you have to learn from those lessons. And then now the past few days, as he was just saying, he's chipping away, getting closer. He's okay, 3K, 7K in a day. Well, how much did you make on the day you did it? 12K?
12K.
12K. So rather than going for this all at once kind of thing, and this is a very good example that newbies always want to make the most versus reality, and the high odds trades are chipping away at the milestones or the goals.
I think it's kind of symbolic because I'm a Tim Sykes student who he says take singles. So it kind of felt like you weren't going to hit a home run for this. You needed to do the process that you were taught.
You can't cheat the process.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're also, mentored by Jack Kellogg, and he takes big swings, and he's been crushing it lately with some of his big swings. So I see the conflict.
He'll also be the first to say size down and take singles if you need it. When you're in your mojo, he's the best at pushing it. But when he's struggling, he knows how to dial it down, take days off, do what he needs to do. So that was lessons in itself. If I just took maybe 2 days off in the middle of August, this probably would have been done 2 weeks ago. But I kept forcing the issue, and it was just stalling.
But now you've done it, and you're going to take your girlfriend out for a nice weekend, and we've been going out to some nice dinners. It was interesting. We didn't plan this, that I was here and Jack was here right when you did it. Jack and I were actually filming in a studio right when it was happening, and we have that.
We are over.
You're over? Yeah! Let's go! Newest millionaire! How does it feel?
Finally, dude. That sucked, dude.
Yeah.
That was hard as hell.
You got some relief right now, right?
Oh my gosh, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm all out. 12.5K on the day. I needed 12, so we are over.
You're $500 over $1 million. Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Ooh, Jack's here too. We got everybody.
Let's do a fist bump.
Woo! Fist bump.
Scotty. Good job.
Get your hand in here. Get your
I'm
hand
beat,
in.
man.
Get your hand in.
I'm
Get your hand in.
exhausted.
Fist bump it out, dude.
Now we celebrate tonight. Good timing, man. Good job.
You were trying to plan it when we were in Europe, and then
Of course.
you gave up on it.
That's
And
why
then when you gave up on
I
it,
booked Barcelona. You and Omer were both closing in on $1 million, and you didn't do it in Positano. I was like, all right, let me go and get another city in. I love Barcelona too. Anyways, it wasn't like,
maybe that's a lesson. The second you stop planning it, look at it. It's natural, organic. And you were in Boston.
I mean, look, it's just waiting for the right plays, having the right mindset, and converting. I'm still watching my play. I got my weekend play. Changing the topics from your journey to now you're mentoring other students in the inner circle. Terry just hit 100,000. What are you seeing that he did right to hit that milestone, and what should upcoming students be doing?
He's taking singles. He's doing the same thing. It's crazy how the most successful people all do the same things. He loses all the time, but they're just so small. And when he's right and when he's feeling good and he's in a good mojo, he just pushes and pushes and pushes. So he just knows how to turn it up and turn it down when it's time. He's taking days off now. He was never doing that before.
We have a clip from him in Positano where he was taking some singles on, what was that play? That Palantir invested in the small company. SRFM.
500.
He just crossed 70.
I just crossed the 70.
Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come on. Absolutely beautiful run up. Look at this. As the sun is setting. Can you imagine this? Could you have written a better storybook? And he was trading it. I was trading it. I made a few hundred. He made a few hundred. Strati was mentally checked out. He was on the deck, and he was over there. And we're like, guys, SRFM. We had the inner circle students in Positano. Only Terry and I were watching it because it was the afternoon. The afternoon in the U.S. is like 7 or 8 p.m. In Italy, and it was a beautiful sunset. Everyone's drinking wine. We went to the winery, and Terry and I were ready. Why weren't you ready then?
Wasn't in the mojo. Wasn't in the right place. You guys were feeling good.
I sold SRFM too soon. Terry sold it too soon. It actually ended up
You're
doubling.
always gonna sell it too soon. That's the whole point.
Well, at least we traded it and didn't just drink wine and waste the opportunity. That could have been the play. If you were mentally ready, it's not like there was a lack of plays. If you were mentally ready, that SRFM, it literally went from the 3s to the 8s over 2 days. That literally, it's tough to hold through all of that. I think I bought it in the low 3s and sold it in the high 3s. But the opportunity was there, and we've had, in the past 3 months, we've had, 100 different supernovas?
I'll say that though, like I always think they're up so much, and these things don't stop going up. It's insane. So it's like you think you're chasing, you check your phone, 10 minutes later, it's another 50%, another 100%. These spikers don't stop.
Well, it's tough to chase them because when they do stop, the market is very unforgiving. So like what you like to do is buy these runners early and then try to take some of the run up. OPAD the other day, you'd had what, 3 separate times and you lost like $7,000 total? Like $2,000 losses?
I was so convicted that OPAD was going to break out, and I was just one day early. 3 losses for about 7,000, yeah.
And then the next day it did break out big and you didn't want to chase it.
That's kind of the Italy thing. That's the summary of the summer. Like if you're not in the right placement, you are not going to nail trades. If you're oversizing, if you're doing all the wrong habits, it takes you out of the game. So if I maybe took 1 loss on OPAD the day before and I was small, the next day I probably would have been there. So you can't blow yourself out too early.
This is why we're filming this. It's not just to like, look, we're millionaires, we're bragging. You have to understand the process and you have to have the proper mental abilities. Like Strati is not even winning 50% of the time. He's not even winning 40% of the time. Jack Kellogg over 20 million. He barely wins 50% of the time. So if you think that you have to be right all the time, you don't. But you do need to have your gains be bigger than your losses, and you need to have the proper, mental awareness of taking the singles, like when to buy, when to sell, when not to chase, when to exit, when you have to cut losses. Like this is a whole game of discipline, and this is both good and bad. The good is that you don't have to be right as much as you think you do to get very rich. The bad is you have to work extra hard on your discipline and what's up here, right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, you're just going to be wrong a lot, and that's fine.
You have to accept it.
You have to accept it, and how you deal with it is very important. So if I'm wrong, you can't get mad about it. You just move on and you make a note. Like every loss is a lesson, as stereotypical as that is. You've heard it 1,000 times. Every time you lose, write it down, figure out what you did wrong, figure out what you can do better next time, and slowly it's just going to work in your favor.
Yeah, and guys, like this is not my first rodeo. This is not my first millionaire. There's literally 50 people exactly like this. There's actually closer to 70, but some people don't want to be public. There's a very specific process here. There's a path. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Every market offers opportunities, dip buys, breakouts. Terry actually has a good tweet. We'll insert this here. He's been learning from me for the supernovas. He's been learning from Strati for the dip buys. He's been trading after hours runners using Omer's strategy, and Jack for swing trading. And he actually has he just passed 70,000 in trading browse, but he also has a swing that he hasn't sold yet. Or did he sell it? 70,000?
He sold it for 70,000.
So he just sold it for 70,000. So now he's up 170,000 like that. And he's learning from 4 distinct separate millionaire trader strategies in the challenge, in the inner circle. And that's what I want for all of you. Take a little something from everybody. Last question, we have to get going. What do you think that people should do? Like, what's the first strategy? Because 99% of people watching this, they don't have even one strategy under their belt. What's good for them if they're just beginning the first 6 months?
If you're just beginning, I would tell you to find a strategy that happens all the time. So like not swing trading one stock that moves 5% over 6 months. You want to try
That'll
something.
tie up your capital.
It'll tie up your capital.
And
You want to trade something that happens all the time so you can practice. So I think the pre-market spikers is a good way to start. Every morning from 4 a.m. Eastern to 9 a.m. Eastern, there's something's coming out with news, and it spikes 100, 150%. Some go crazy, some fade. But what a place to try a strategy out, because if you screw it up on Monday, you get another second chance on Tuesday or an hour later.
And if they fade, learn rule number 1, you cut losses quickly. Yeah. You don't have to worry about hitting everyone. You're trying to get, it's like going to batting practice. If you're like a baseball player, you're in the batting cage, you're getting ball after ball, you're adjusting your swing on each ball. That's basically what this is. So I agree with that. This is why I'm alerting nonstop, 4 a.m., as he said. That's going to surprise some of you. There are some brokers. I use interactive brokers. Webull is also open at 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. I know many brokers open like E-Trade at 7 a.m. It's up to you. The plays are going to be there with or without you. I think that you should practice, but everyone is a little different in terms of their schedule, their personality, their availability to, trade. But the good news is play after play, and you get practice, and you learn, and you get better.
There's plays at every time of the day. There's the people go to work 9 to 4. There's plays in pre-market. People get out of work at 3. We just
There's
nailed a
after
trade.
hours plays.
4 o'clock, 3:55 we bought it, and I was out by 4:15 after market.
CIGL, baby. Let's go. Anyways, congratulate Strati in the comments below. I'll link a bunch of different guides and videos that are related to this below. It's all about studying. Like, don't be afraid to click around, learn different strategies, learn from many different mentors in the challenge and inner circle. This is the beautiful thing. Take a little something from everybody. It's like a buffet of knowledge, and then apply it to yourself. So that's today's tips. Good job, Strati. Who's next? Who wants it bad enough?